We have completed crocheting 3 rows. And now we're moving on to the 4th row. For kids' sizes, we'll skip a stitch here and insert hook into the next one. Next, crochet the row following the same process as the previous rows. Start with a chain 1. Then perform a double crochet increase in every stitch. Finish with a slip stitch. Each row in crocheting follows the same. We've intentionally omitted stitching on rows 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. And now we're ready to crochet the remaining final rows. A marked line is present here. You can use it as a reference point when starting the final row of crocheting. To begin crocheting the final row, you also need to skip a stitch dot in this last row. We'll be using single crochet. Ensure there is enough room for the slipper welt to comfortably slide onto your feet by adjusting the length of the control yarn. You can adjust the control yarn's tension according to the size of the welt. If the welt is too large for you, maintain a tense control yarn. And if it's too small, you can allow the control yarn to be slightly looser. after skipping a stitch for the last row. Insert your hook and then create a chain 1. Work a single crochet into the skip stitch for connecting. Next, insert your hook into the first stitch of the previous row and complete a single crochet. Because we skipped a stitch earlier, a large hole may have formed in the stitch. To fix this, insert the hook into the chain stitch, specifically the back loop only, before drawing out a loop, then proceed by working a single crochet. Increase into every stitch to finish the row. A single crochet increase involves making 2 single crochet stitches into the same stitch. To maintain symmetry on both sides, you also need to skip a stitch on the left before finishing the row. Ensure that both sides are at the same level. If not, you can make additional single crochets before slip stitching to align both sides evenly. Make any necessary adjustments to the rows to ensure that the slipper maintains its desired shape. Perform a final check. Last, cut off the yarn and weave in the yarn tail. You can use a lighter to carefully singe the yarn tail, which will help prevent it from unraveling. Finally, hide the yarn tail by weaving it into the stitches to complete the part. With the basic slipper crochet pattern completed, you can add additional decorative patterns to the upper part if desired. You can get creative and add various patterns such as Santa Claus, bows, bunnies, flowers, or any design you prefer to make your slippers unique and personalized. To find the material sets required for slipper crochet, please visit our website at nicecrow.com. Now, we need to decorate the upper part of the slipper. Get lace ready. Position the lace along the upper. Measure its length, and then cut off the excess lace as needed. For added security, it's a good idea to carefully cinch the ends of the lace to prevent them from unraveling. Now, take a needle and sew the lace onto the second to last row. Sew more stitches in the section where you burned the lace ends, to make it more secure and stable. After securing the right lace end, continue to sew along the existing stitches on the lace to the left. Carry on with the sewing process to reach the other end of the lace. To ensure stability, add more stitches at the end of the lace that was cut off. Finally, hide and weave the thread ends into the stitches